In this video, we will create two reports, one in the graphical user interface of the Spectrum Protect Plus server and one report from the command line using curl. So we're interested in a category protection report, and we want to have a report which lists us protected and unprotected VMs. So here we see there are a couple of options to specify on the command line. We need to specify as they are mandatory. Here they are defaulted to all. Meanwhile, I clicked on run and the task is started in the background, and it takes a couple of seconds until that completes, which just happened now. So we have a report of our protected and unprotected VMs here. So now let's see how the API documentation and the Swagger UI can help us. So the API endpoints are grouped in categories, and we are interested in that report category. And on the main window, we see a couple of endpoints along with their operations. So we carry out that get operation on the endpoint API endeavor report to retrieve a list of all reports. And to give you an idea how that looks like, I click on try it out, and we receive a response in JSON format. So we have a total of 18 reports available. Then we have an array of reports, and every of the 18 reports will have their properties described in the response. So now let's switch to the command line and do that on with the curl. So first we would have to create a session ID, or to retrieve that. I have already done that. Now we start to request a list of available reports. So there's a lot of information in here. Let's just have a look at the first page. So here again, it's the same as we saw in Swagger UI. We have a total of 18 reports, and here comes the area of reports. I've prepared a JQ command, which is actually generating a more human readable list. And here we have the list of 18 reports. So we are interested in the protect and unprotected VMs. That has the endpoint associated endeavor report 1002, and we pass the action equals run parameters later on as a post command. But before we do that, we need to identify which and how to specify the parameters. To do that, we query the endpoint report slash and the report ID. And here we have the information which we are looking for. We have a description of the parameters which you need to specify. So there are 4 of them. And I've prepared the post command to trigger the report generation. So the response from the server is code 202, which means the server has accepted our post request, which means it was well formatted, and we received a new endpoint which contains the information about the running task. So we check the status of the task and see that the task has completed, and it gives us another endpoint with the result. And within this response, we see we have the option to download the report as PDF or Excel. So we choose to download it as PDF, copy that URI, and pass it to the curl command. Okay, that completed. That looks good. And this is our report.